Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kelvin Show, and today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, and that is tips and everything you need to know about wearing fragrances, and that goes for both perfumes and colognes, perfume being, of course, the woman version, and colognes being the men version. So, I think you guys know I'm a sucker for colognes and fragrances because as you can see from my little collection right here, or part of it at least, I love collecting them, I love smelling good, and I think it plays such a good role in your fashion, and which is what this channel is all about. And also, I think it's very interesting because I heard the other day, like on a study, I forget where it was, that people are 20% more likely to find you attractive or like you based on the fact if you smell good. So it's super important that when we have colognes and fragrances and perfumes that we use them correctly and we know how and all the tips behind there. So if that sounds interesting, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this. Alright guys, jumping right back into tip number 1, which is definitely less is more. And what I mean by that is when it comes to fragrances, think of them as like a secret weapon, right? They help elevate your fashion even more and help you be a more colorful person than you already are. And pretty much they're just an amazing piece or amazing thing that everyone should have. But there's nothing more worse. Like if you wear too much perfume or wear too much cologne, it's just as offensive as having too much body odor or smelling bad, right? And I think a lot of people, they always miss the mark where they spray too much because they're trying to impress someone, right? And it definitely doesn't work that way. I think there's a beautiful sense of mystery in spraying, of the right amount that people are kind of like, it kind of makes them want to get closer to you to smell it, versus if you just are like bathing it and then pretty much everyone's like choking next to you. So definitely, that I can't say this enough. But I will say this though, that the threshold I believe is a little bit more powerful for women, right? I believe women can smell a little bit more stronger than men can, right? And what I mean by that is, well, I guess it's just, societal norms, the reasoning behind it, but it's more offensive, in my opinion, if a man smells too strong than if a woman smells way too strong with her perfume. But either way, the rule is the same for both. Alright guys, so now with the first tip being said, now comes tip number 2, which is definitely nowhere to spray more than anything. As well as spraying the right amount, it's also you have to know where to spray, right? Usually I do a trick where I just spray 3 right here on the neck and then 3 back here on the back of the neck. And then maybe if there's a day where it's like something special, I might spray on my wrist or something like that. But in reality, I usually don't. I think it's super important to spray in your neck or maybe behind the ears. Anywhere on this area right here is super important. And I believe that goes for both men and women, just because those are like your pulse points, right? So the alcohol and everything that makes up the perfume and the colognes are going to be strongest there. So throughout the day, it's going to keep working right there, right? I see some people do some crazy stuff where they'll spray like their fragrances like on their legs or like in their armpits. That's disgusting. And it just never works out. But nowhere to spray. And please also don't be one of those people where they do that one thing where they like spray the perfume and then they like run in front of it. One, that's so stupid because it's like when you have like those air fresheners in your car, right? They spray everywhere, but they don't spray like a certain location, so the smell is just gonna go away, and you're just wasting the cologne. So definitely encourage that for both men and women. Know where to spray, and I'd say no more than six sprays. 3 here, 3 back. Alright guys, so for tip number 3 is I recommend for everyone to get a stronger cologne. In other words, get a cologne that's more concentrated. And now, just let me go ahead and explain how perfumes and colognes work, right? So, there's about 5 that you really need to know, but in reality, you only need to know one thing. So pretty much, there's bombs, right? Which is only 1% to 5%, alcohol and all the materials that make that cologne, like all the special notes in it, right? And that's things like, body sprays, that's things like, I don't know, like maybe deodorant or whatever weak stuff, right? That isn't really that worth it, right? Then there's Eau de Cologne, which is what a lot of men's are, hence the name cologne, right? Sorry, my French is horrible. But anyway, and then the third one, going in ascending order, is Eau de Toilette, right? Which is 5 to 15% alcohol, and then the rest of course is just water, right? And pretty much the anything either to let or up, I can't even pronounce French, or upwards is considered, a good cologne, right? Or good perfume, meaning it has more so alcohol than it's just, regular water with some little notes in there, right? So never ever ever buy anything that's under that, right? When you read the little bottle, like you can see maybe on the indentations here somewhere, what doesn't have it here, but when you buy the bottle, it'll say something like Eau de Toilette, or for women specifically, it'll say Eau de Perfume, and that one is 10 to 20% alcohol. So those, sadly enough, are only made for women, as well as the one that just says Parfum, which is 20 to 40%, alcohol and everything else like the notes, right? And they only sell that for women. There's men only go as far up to Eau de Toilette, right? And which goes back to exactly what I was saying earlier, which is why I think the threshold of how strong colognes can be is better for women, right? It's less offensive for them to have strong cologne. But yeah, I definitely say recommend getting a stronger cologne, because think about it. If it's more concentrated, that means you're going to have to spray less and save more money in the process than if you were to get a weak, cheap one that doesn't last you that well. You're going to have to keep spraying it multiple times. So definitely always check if it says Eau de Toilette or stronger. Alright guys, for tip number 4 is I want to give you guys a sense of exactly where to shop for these things, right? And because the thing is, perfumes and colognes can be so expensive, and if you don't know how to shop for them, you're going to lose so much money. And I especially want to say this to the woman watching this video, because you guys know more than anything that companies always try to target women, saying, oh, you're not pretty, you don't look good, or you're not the best woman you can be if you don't smell like super nice, right? But with that being said, is make sure you know where to shop. My go-to place is fragrancex.com. I wish this was a sponsored ad, I can't even talk today, but sadly it's not. I'd say go to fragrancex.com. The reason I love that is because they have every cologne so discounted, and also you can try Fragnatica.com, right? They have all these colognes and perfumes for so cheap. Take for example, this is my signature scent, right? And my favorite cologne, Usher VIP, right? I went to Ulta the other day, right? I bought this cologne. It cost me like $90 or $80 there, right? For a gift set, right? Like a aftershave cream, the 3.4 ounce bottle, and that was it, like a little gift set, right? $80 freaking. I had this, and then I went to fragrancex.com. I found the same thing, Usher VIP. It was exactly $30. And the same bottle, same everything, same quality. And that's what I'm saying, guys. Always check FragranceX, check Fragnatica before always buy there first. And also what I love about FragranceX specifically is they give you little discounts codes, as well as you get free shipping off orders over like 40, I believe. So what I like to do is just within each year order like a whole set of colognes. That way you have a whole set ready for that coming year. Of course, another great place to shop for perfumes and colognes is those little like thrift stores, right? You want to try like Burlington, you want to try Ross, TJ Maxx. All those stores sell great products, designer fragrances like this, right? And I know some people are like, oh, I'm against that because they might be low quality. No, I've tried it. They're actually very good quality. These penguins right here, I got them at Ross, and they were $20 and they still work fine, right? Alright guys, so for my next tip is switch it up, right? Have rotations. And what I mean by that is, guys, please don't be that one person that wears the same perfume or the same cologne every day, right? And I know a lot of people are against that. They say, oh, well, I need to have my signature scent, bro. But yes, I get that, and I agree with that. But at the same time, you want to wear specific, even better, you want to wear specific colognes, perfumes, depending on the situation, right? You don't wear the same, shoes every day, nor do you wear the same shirt every day. And therefore, I think the same thing with fragrances, right? For example, I use, Penguin Nightcore, like if it's, a night out with friends, maybe you're hanging out, it's not something I would wear during summer, and it's perfect for that. And then I have Usher VIP, which is my signature scent, and all my clothes still smells like that, right? I use this for, every day, hanging out with friends, going to school, stuff like that, right? or whatever it may be. And then when it's something like summer, I'll use Penguin Rocks, right? Which is the same thing as Penguin Nightcore here. But of course, this is the summer version, which I absolutely love, because here, like in Florida, when it's hot, or like during summer, or whenever maybe I'm going to the beach, or maybe I'm throwing the frisbee around with friends, this is the perfect kind of cologne to have, because it's more cool, it's more crisp, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Switch it up. That way, it's kind of like your fashion, right? You don't want to wear a suit and tie when it's summer. Alright guys, last but not least, my last tip to you guys is, or rule is, get your signature scent, right? Or find one that matches you in your lifestyle, is what I'm saying. And I know you guys are thinking, what the heck, Kelvin, you just contradicted what you said before. Well, no, I'm really not. What I'm saying is, yes, you want to switch it up, your colognes and perfumes, depending on the situation, but at the same time, you want to find that one signature scent, that one cologne that you just can't wait to put on, one that goes with everything, or that could go with everything potentially, and it's just one that just matches you and your lifestyle, right? For example, if you're the person that likes to do a lot of sporty stuff, then get that one cool scent, lighter scent that smells, you know, like more athletic, right? Or if you're that girl that, I don't know, is into flowers or something, right? Or the environment, get a perfume that's very, you know, more floral scented, more that matches who you are. Because remember guys, your scent is part of your personality. So with that being said guys, there's my tips. I hope that helped you guys. And let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions or anything like that. And as well as subscribe to my Instagram. And I'll link Fragrance X and Fernatica.com. That way you guys can check out their colognes and perfumes. And let me know in the comments below if maybe I missed anything, or if maybe there's something I should add or something I should correct on. Let me know guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.